And going back to your artificial intelligence idea, okay, we have some major issues that have been popping up since the 1950s. First one being nuclear war. And the nature of warfare didn't change because of World War II. It changed because we blew up Hiroshima and Nagasaki in a matter of minutes. Total over 3 days, right? That's the nature of war changing. Because we were the big dog on the block until the Russians set off their nuke. And now all of a sudden we weren't the only ones out there. This Cold War that was going on stayed cold because no one wanted to see mutually assured destruction. And so the more nations that became nuclear powers, the less likely. It wasn't trade, it wasn't we were feeling good. It was if we went to war with the Russians, we could just wipe life off the planet.
It would. It could have.
Right.
It could have wiped nuclear fallout.
That's why, I mean, you remember the talks about Kennedy having a direct line to Khrushchev back in the day. And
a button.
Right. But before the button was flipped, that call would go through. That's how we avoided so many different moments, especially in the 60s, because they were just...
With the Bay of Pigs.
Could wait. And with the Red Scare and all that was going on. Yeah. And Sputnik going up and all those sorts of things. Yeah, all right, it was kind of scary. It was fear-based. And the 60s was another tumultuous time. Probably, I don't know, I feel like we're giving them a run for their money right now. But... since the Civil War, we haven't seen anything as tumultuous as we saw in the 60s. And right now, strangely enough, here we are again. You have, man, I'm all over the place today. There's just
but the 60s, I lived through the 60s. Yeah. I remember it distinctly. There were people getting killed for protesting the war in colleges.
Oh, absolutely.
There was a war going on, and people knew that we weren't winning it, and they wanted to stop it. I mean, it just seemed more volatile back then than it does today. Today is a lot of talk.
You're right.
Talk.
You're right.
Things were happening then.
Because I feel like here's the thing, and I think this is one of the problems that the left has, is it doesn't have the courage of its convictions. Right. It's not willing to go down with the ship.
I mean, they assassinated a president in the 60s.
Over all that, right?
Yeah, I mean, things were terrible. And
assassinations were politics as usual. Think of all the major players that were assassinated in the 60s.
The Attorney General, his brother.
Bobby, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. They were knocking guys off left and right.
Yeah, there was murder. Today, they're not really doing it. Although you do have senseless murders.
You do, but it's amongst the people.
Killing, yeah.
Well, this bomber guy, mailing the bombs to all these Democratic...
This
clown that they just locked up.
Yeah. But the thing is, they wouldn't have blown up. I don't think they were connected. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. They weren't connected to blow up.
Hey, that's
from what I understand. They don't want to say
maybe they weren't.
Right. But nobody got killed. But that's just as bad.
And the sad part is those bombs never would have gotten to their intended targets. It would have been some office clerk or Secret Service man or something that would have gotten it. What are you doing?
Right. Yeah.
You're driving your car into a crowd.
Same way about these mass murders. I guess they're mad about something. They're fearful. They're killing innocent people. For what? It's not going to change anything. It's just making it worse.
It's fear.
That's fear.
But here's the thing and this has been the case since 2016, right? The Democrats ran a fear-based campaign, right? Of us or Trump. That's all they had. Us or Trump. That's why they lost.
They also had the Russian bots inundating us with bad information.
Well, here's the thing on that.
And we fell for it.
To put it to rest, here's the thing on that. If Hillary Clinton would have selected Bernie Sanders as her VP, would she be president today?
Possibly.
Absolutely she would be.
Okay.
Absolutely she would be.
Well, she made a wrong move by not doing that.
So then it wasn't the Russian bots. The fact that it was even close, going into the general election, she had a 2 to 3 point lead over Donald Trump.
It was a shoo-in. She was a shoo-in for the president.
2 to 3 points is within the margin of error.
Okay.
She won the general election by 3 percentage points.
She did.
She won the popular vote. she still lost the election. So the polls were correct. They were absolutely correct. If she would have gone to Pennsylvania more than once, if she would have gone to Wisconsin, if she would have gone to Michigan, what did Trump do? Trump, for all of his flaws, worked his butt off in that election.
And got elected.
Right? And he got elected.
But he had help with them Russian bots. I saw it. I read it. They was giving us all this bad information about Hillary, and we fell for it.
Okay.
And it was on Facebook.
But here's the thing.
And we fell for it. We shouldn't have, but we did.
But did you vote for Hillary?
No, I did not vote.
You did not vote for Hillary?
No.
Who'd you vote for? You voted for Trump?
I did.
You did? Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right.
Well, at the time I was working, and I thought it was better for the nation.
Okay.
I didn't think it through right.
Some buyer's remorse here.
Well, I was convinced. It was a different time. You know, I mean, I saw that the economy needed a businessman to get in there and make it work, and he did. And it's booming. It's humming along.
Well,
like
Wall Street is doing well. Wall Street is doing wages are down overall.
Yeah, but they're still up over what they were. If you're working today, and if you want to work today, you can get you a job and you can make decent money. Most people
wages haven't kept up with inflation by any means.
But there was a lot.
Debt has floated the economy.
Well,
but
I did okay, and the people I know did
well,
okay.
that's good. You're on your way out. The rest of us.
Exactly. That's why it doesn't really matter to me that much. But then it did.
It did. I got that.
Yeah.
I got that.
And that wasn't that long ago. But now that I saw the whole picture, maybe I didn't vote.
And listen.
But I was influenced by the Russians.
But listen, you know, Trump is a con man, and it's not surprising that he was able to con enough people at the end of the day to get his. Look, he's still doing it now. He's still doing it now. So it's my thing is this, and now knowing how you voted. So I voted for Jill Stein. I did not vote for Clinton either. I was no way I was voting for Trump. Absolutely no way. Drugs, crime, rapists. That was minute 3 of his campaign. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists, and some of them might be good people, but they're not you.
And
or you.
Still saying the same
or
thing.
you.
He's still saying the same thing.
This was a campaign that was launched on hate. And 2 years later, black people are being executed in Kroger's, synagogues are being shot up, children are being separated from their parents at the border, and yoga studios are getting shot up now. Drugs, crimes, rapists. That was it. Imagine Ted Cruz saying that, or Jeb Bush, or Marco Rubio, or Lindsey Graham, or Hillary Clinton, or Barack Obama, anybody saying that. That would have been the end of their career.
He created fear.
We have seen politicians lose their careers for far less. And he got away with it.
He's Teflon. He's going to be known as the Teflon president.
Here's the thing about that, right? So if the Democrats were serious about, whatever the country, Bernie Sanders had a 15-point lead on Trump. 15 points, 11 points overall, 15 points in some polls. 15 points, well beyond the margin of error. Because like Dave was saying earlier, healthcare, universal healthcare, Medicare for all. That was the foundation of his platform. $15 minimum wage, right? Regulations on Wall Street. End to the wars. These are great. Everybody wants that stuff. Everybody. Except maybe Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity. Right?
Well, the wars are pretty much over.
Are they, though?
Wall Street's doing very well. Pretty much,
Wall
I think
Street is doing it. Main Street, not so much.
They're not doing that bad. Look at Amazon. Look at Walmart. Look at Target.
Yes.
That's doing pretty good. And
let's look at Jeff Bezos and the Wallies. Yes, let's look at some of the richest people. Yes, the rich are doing great. The rich are doing better than they've ever done. That has nothing to do with me and you. Absolutely nothing to do with me and you.
I think we're reaping the benefits.
Trickle down's working, huh? You feel trickled upon?
I feel okay.
You feel trickled upon?
No, I don't feel okay. I made a living, and I feel okay that I can drift off in retirement and be okay.
So I've actually had to restructure how I've done business recently because things have gotten so bad. I'm lucky that she works for the federal government, so whatever. But I've had to restructure things because things are just not working. The money is not out there. the way it should be,
Right.
and the way it was.
Well,
just
you
recently.
mean it has changed?
Oh, it
You see
has
a drop
changed.
off? Okay, well then
Absolutely.
you're seeing a different picture than I
Well,
am.
yeah, because and this is nothing. You're on the you've
Right.
crossed the finish line, right?
Well, I haven't quite.
No,
crossed it,
not
but
that finish line.
right.
But you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
you're not
yeah,
in the
I don't-
hustle and bustle
no,
every
no,
day.
no longer.
Whereas,
But one thing that is real bad, and it's not really mentioned, is inflation. Things cost a lot more money than they used to.
and that's where deregulation comes into play. That's where the Federal Reserve being able to just print off money comes into play.
Yeah.
Wall Street's worth what? We're in the 26,000s, 27,000s for the Dow Jones now. Something ridiculous.
Well, we were 25.
Okay, we're at 25.
But it's still
But when
great.
when
It's still
Barack
doing
Obama
great.
went out of office, we weren't even at 20 yet.
Right.
So where did this money come from? Thank you for joining us for that clip of our weekly podcast. If you want to get more bonage footage or join us for the entire podcast, head on over to Patreon, where our Eagle, Tiger, and Dragon subscribers get access to not only what we cast and talk about, but advanced lessons in your forms, in your Tai Chi, and in your life.